So guys, I actually got a Porsche 911.
Yeah, come on, bro.
I joined Sue a couple months back.
And for 30 days, you did how much?
Joining right away, I hit my first 10K. That's what really changed I would say my life and my perspective on most things. In the online space and like what these coaches do, like $3,500 is cheap.
530K. What the fuck? That's crazy. What the hell? But it wasn't always like this. When did you join? You're making how much?
0 to 1K, but most months really zero. Why the hell am I not making money?
All right. So today I'm with my client, Josh. He's my good friend. He's 22 years old. He's jacked as hell, makes a ton of money. He just bought his dream car. And he gets all the girls. He gets everything, bro. All right. And he's one of the top clients we have and everything. So yeah, go ahead and introduce yourself, bro.
What's going on, guys? If you don't know me already, my name is Josh Chang. I've been an online fitness coach for the past year. I joined Sue a couple months back, and making over six figures. Just got my dream car last month because Sue again. But yeah, that's who I am.
What's the car, bro? Tell him.
So guys, I actually got a Porsche 911.
Yeah, come on, bro.
Really, really dope, really fun car.
Come on, bro.
Dream car.
Yeah, Porsche 911. And, like the whole goal of this video for you guys is just kind of to show you the exact process that Josh took and what he actually did to scale up because Josh joined me. When did you join? You were making how much?
I was making like 0 to 1K, but most months really zero.
Okay. So you went from 0 to 30K a month in, I think it was like 4 or 5 months, but it wasn't always like this. It wasn't always like, 30K a month, dream car, all this fancy stuff. What was the lowest point for you, Josh, in your business where you realized like, okay, I can't keep on doing what I'm doing. I just need to change.
Yeah, I would honestly say it was when my best friend, who also is an online fitness coach, hit his first 20K month, and seeing him hit 20K, kind of did something inside of me because if my best friend's making 20K, why the hell am I not making money? The other thing was my girlfriend at the time. I needed to make sure I could, pay for her things, making sure she was taken care of. So I also had that inside of me. So in order to support the lifestyle I wanted, I needed to do something because what I was doing at the moment did not cut it at all.
Yeah.
So that was honestly the time where I was like, okay, let me stop being a little boy and actually, start working hard and make some money.
Was there a specific moment where maybe you wanted to pay for something and you just couldn't because you didn't have enough cash in your bank, or was it like just built up stuff over time that just like, yeah, you just couldn't do it?
Oh yeah, plenty of times. Like one is like nice dinners, right? There's nice dinners. Food was a big thing for me. I love designer. I love shopping. I have a bad critical shopping addiction. But that was one of the biggest things because one, everyone knows girls are expensive, especially, nice looking girls, very expensive. So when I had to kind of play around with money to move things around to try to, make things work for the girl at the time, it was, that was my way of calling, shit, like this is a little expensive. I mean, I'm gonna have to like spend it all for this girl, but then I gotta make sure I make it back, so I can spend it all again, the next time. So I needed to build some more capital so I, didn't have to worry about it each time.
Yeah, I feel you. And when you say that you're making like 1K a month, zero with your business, what problems were you facing at the time that didn't allow you to make more? Like what was this main struggle for you?
I didn't know how to post the correct type of content. I didn't know how to talk to the camera. My tonality was all over the place. My personality wasn't out there. Wasn't showing people that they could know, like, trust me. My DMs, I didn't know what I was doing in the DMs. I was telling people my prices in the DMs.
Yeah, I remember, bro. I remember you told me your sales process on the call. I was like, bro, are you stupid?
That's what I mean, It was really bad, and I was hopping on calls with like unqualified guys. Just like I would have like 6 calls a day, but 4 of them most of the time wouldn't even, have a job in the first place. So like, you know what I mean? And like I didn't know what I was doing on the sales calls. I had a script at the time, but the thing is, I didn't know why I was asking these questions. I didn't know how to handle objections. I didn't really understand how to connect with these people on the calls to get them to not really buy with me or buy from me, but buy with me, right? And honestly, like how to build out a correct offer, how to charge high ticket, how to believe my price was worth that much. My mindset was, I would say, my biggest thing holding me back, especially in the beginning and even down the road it
Yeah.
was. Um, but really everything. A lot of the things, and there's more things. I just can't think on the top of my head, but it was really everything that I was struggling with.
Yeah. And it was like a bro. The first call was so funny, bro. I kept on asking questions, and you're like, I don't have that. I don't have that. I don't have this. I don't have that. Like there was just no systems in place, and it was. I think that call was also a wake up moment for you, where it's like, yo, what have I even been working on the last few months? Because a common thing that everyone does is everyone just does the action items to make the sale now, but they don't build the systems to be able to consistently generate sales over and over and over again and take themselves out the sales process, right? So many guys like they're they're making their boat float by doing so much outreach, doing so much content. But when you look at it from a outside perspective, it's just unsustainable because you have no systems. It's not reliable. The moment you stop doing outreach, your entire business collapses. And I think that was where you were at. And when you came to me, it was just such a no brainer for you because I just showed you the entire roadmap and everything, right? Um,
Yeah.
what did you do to try and kind of solve these problems? Did you try anything or not really?
One is I just tried posting, more and more content, more story
Yeah.
posts as well. I was posting like 10, 15 stories a day, thinking that was going to help me.
Bro, so many fitness guys do that, bro.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Because the thing is, a lot of these fitness guys, they post all these stories thinking it's going to get them more clients. But the thing is, if, let's say you have, a couple thousand, 10,000, 20,000, 30,000 followers, you're posting all these stories and no one's reaching out to you.
Yeah.
Obviously, something's wrong, right? Maybe you need to reach some new people. You're not going to reach new people by posting more stories, right? Maybe you need to post more content. But at the end of the day, even just posting more content isn't the solution to, that's not the end all be all.
Yeah.
Once you guys truly understand like what it is, you guys, the purpose behind like stories and, the content you're putting out, what kind of content you need to be putting out, that's when it'll change for you guys.
For the guys watching, what was like the one thing that you did that allowed you to scale to 30K a month and beyond?
So $0 to $10,000 was honest for both. Mindset played a huge factor. I'm a really, really big fanatic for mindset because I truly think that was the number one key factor to helping me scale it. Because one of those, like, if you have all the systems, you know exactly what you need to do, but you don't do it or you don't believe you can do it. The harsh truth is you're never gonna do it, right? So I would say from 0 to 10K, honestly, it was just getting the systems in place. Understanding, how to do DMs, how to do calls, really understanding the deeper meaning behind each of those content, systems, KPIs, everything, right? Knowing what to do was what helped me go from 0 to 10K. But from 10K to 30K, I would say a really, really big factor was the mindset itself. I'm truly believing that I was going to hit $30,000. And in my head, I already knew I was going to hit 30,000 before I hit that 30,000, in my Stripe account.
Yeah.
So truly believing you can hit it is my number one takeaway. But obviously, as you scale up, you need to have a good team around you. You need to have, things to outsource. And your work ethic also just needs to be there. Yeah.
What was the first thing you spent your money on when you hit that big month?
Oh, yeah, guys. So if you don't know, um, so we got the Porsche 911, So as soon as I was able to do it, I just did it. Because my thing is, dude, you guys are all so young. You guys have like nothing to lose at this age. Like just go all in. Like do everything that makes you uncomfortable now and do everything that makes you happy, right?
Yeah.
But just do all that now because I mean it's cool to have a Porsche, when you're young, not when you're old.
Facts.
It's cool to make money when you're young, not when you're old. So all you guys, take that leap.
Facts. Facts. Oh, it was so funny when Josh first told me he was getting the Porsche. I was like, "Are you sure, bro? You sure you don't want to scale like 50, 100K first?" I was like, "Nah, I'm getting it." He was so set on getting it. It was so funny. But
Because the thing is,
go ahead.
it's like I would say like everyone around me is like, no, no, don't get it, don't get it, don't get it. Wait, 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 wait. My thing is, my belief system is so strong. Even if my car payments on it are $3,000 USD a month. So like that's not a lot of money nowadays, right? So even if let's say I hit a $0 month somehow, or I was like on track to hit a $0
On,
month somehow,
on track.
my belief system is so strong that I would never allow that to
Yeah.
happen. Like my bare minimums now is like if I don't at least hit very, very bare minimum 10K, I'll feel like a disappointment, you know?
Bare minimum should be 20K, bro. What are you talking about? Not 10K. That should be like,
I'm saying like emergency scenario.
yeah,
Like let's if I like lost an arm and a leg that month and I was in the hospital,
yeah,
you know.
I feel you. Like, in the hospital is crazy. You joined back in May, and obviously, like the first 30 days, like it was good, right? It was really, really good. You scaled up to 10K and everything, but before joining, you were. I remember on the call. I'm gonna show the picture of the calls and everything. It was so funny. You're going like this, Fuki Josh smiling once he joined and everything. But you knew the program was expensive. You knew it was a lot. Um, and at the time, you were only doing like 1K a month on a good month. On a good 30 days, like you were doing 1.5K a month. And for any other person, they'd be like, okay, let me make more first and then just join. What made you pull the trigger just that early? Because a lot of guys would just wait it out, wait till they're making 5, 10K a month, and then pull the trigger. What made you pull the trigger so early?
Like
Mm.
having something to put my back against the wall because if I got in here, you know, way too comfortable, if you know, if it only costed, you know, $3,000 and I could pay 1,000, I'd be like, oh, you know, I can kind of chill, kind of coast along with this thing. But you know, it being a lot of money, and I was able to hop on a payment plan, and you know, at the time, even that payment plan was all the money I had.
Yeah,
You know, that was all the money I had. So I put all that in, knowing if I don't work my ass off, I'm fucked. You know, I'm fucked. So, really, just having something that just have like a life or death kind of situation, put me against the wall, really made me work hard. I would say.
yeah. And for 30 days, you did how much?
So yeah, literally joining right away, I hit my first 10K. Before
Wow.
that, literally, I know we say 1.5, but I don't. I think my 1.5 month was literally December of 2023,
Yeah.
and then um, wait, no, it's 2024. Yeah, 2023 December, I hit 1.5. After that, I never hit a 1.5 month again. The most I did was like 500 after that.
Wow. I
Um,
didn't wait, I actually didn't even know that. I thought you were doing like 1.5 consistently.
no, 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 yeah, no.
Oh, that's an even
It was
crazier case study then. 500, 530K. What the fuck? That's
yeah, no,
crazy. What the
literally.
hell?
That's fucking nuts, you know. But yeah, no, 10,000 the first month, honestly, and then that's what really changed my, I would say, my life and my perspective on most things.
There was one checking call. I don't know if you remember it. I was going through your weekly inputs. It was a weekly input call on Friday, and I was going through it, and I don't think you did. I think you did like 2 out of 10 things that I told you to do that one week. And
Okay.
do you remember? Do you remember that call?
There's a couple of those ones I feel like.
Try. So for those that don't know, I give like my guys things to work on each week, and basically it's like it points them in the right direction and everything. And one of the times I think Josh didn't do inputs for like 2, 3 weeks in a row. He only did like 2 and 3. And I just
Mhm.
sat there and I straight up like there were other people on call. I think there was like 5 other people on call. And I straight up like grilled you for 30 minutes without even realizing. I was just like I was just
I do
hammering
remember
you.
that.
I was just going in for 30 minutes. And I think that was right before October when you hit that 30K mark. It was right before that, and I think that was like your wake up call because you were feeling sorry for yourself. You were like not in the right headspace. Nothing was going according to plan. I think you stooped from 10K down and back to 5K or something like that. And then like I just went on like a whole rant for you for like 30 minutes, and I just got you back on track. And like October was when you just skyrocketed, right? So I think for you, it's like the mindset one was huge because so many times, like, you know what you need to work on, you know what you need to do. It's just you have to actually sit down and actually just do it. And sometimes you need that guy in the back of your ear or that's, watching over everything to just tell you what to do and just keep you accountable for it, you know?
My biggest thing was I wanted to prove all the people that didn't believe in me wrong,
Yeah.
like really badly. And I wanted to prove all the people that really believed in me right really badly.
Mm,
Um, So yeah, now having people tell me, like my good friends, like you, like Cruz, like all my good friends, they'll always tell me exactly like what I need to hear instead of what I always want to hear. You
exactly.
know, they'll always give me the best piece of advice they have, and honestly, that's what helps me scale up as well. It's just like having the right people around you, and in this community, it's literally everyone. Everyone has the same exact killer mindset. Everyone wants success. Um, everyone's friendly as hell with each
Yeah,
other. Yeah.
yeah, I feel you. Um, your biggest thing that you didn't mention was actually the price as well, because you went from what were you charging before? Was it 500, thousand,
Yeah, 500.
$500? You went from charging $500 to what was your highest ticket that you sold? 5K.
3.5 for the fitness, and then well, yeah, 5K for business.
Okay, so you went from charging $300 to 3.5 for your fitness coaching, and then now you're obviously charging 5K and everything. What would you say to someone that's trying to actually charge more? Like, what did you do that, allowed you to actually get past that limiting belief of charging that little and then charging more, like charging like multiple four figures and everything?
Yeah, it's actually yeah. So when I first joined Suez Programmer, I was charging 500, and then we had our new price points, and it was going all the way up to 3.5. And in my head, I was like, no way someone's gonna pay 3.5. No way this is possible.
Yeah.
Like who in their right mind is paying $3,500 USD for some fitness coaching? You know what I mean? But honestly, after some time, like for a while, I didn't even pitch that price to some of my sales. I didn't even tell Sue this. This is the first time he's hearing this. Actually, I didn't even pitch
Ain't
that
no
price
way,
sometimes
bro. Ain't no way.
because I just didn't understand how someone would even like pay that much. But what I learned over time was chart like $3,500 is not a lot of money. In the online space and like what these coaches do, like $3,500 is cheap. Like you guys have to understand that. And then if you guys build a offer that is so good that you can't or like no one can resist buying it because it's just so much value, so much, results behind it and everything like that, there's no reason why you shouldn't believe your price isn't worth that much. Because for me, like now that I do business, I charge up to 10K,
Yeah.
So like, and I truly believe I'm worth that. And people look at me like I'm crazy, but I mean, I've paid 10K before. I know it's a good, little chunk of money, but I know people out here that are charging 50, 100K for their services. So 10K is not that much. And if you guys are charging $500 right now, or you guys don't have any price points above, $2,000, you guys are not charging enough. And if you guys do want to charge that much, you guys need to have the correct offer in place so that you can truly believe that you're worth that much as well.
Mm, I like that. I like that because the thing that made it so much easier is if we had to sell that $500 price point, we'd have to sell how much? What's 30,000 divided by 500?
Let me see. Let me see.
We're both Asian and we still don't know.
Yeah, we both
Yeah. Okay,
divided by five.
it's 60.
That'd be 60 clients.
You needed to sign 60 clients if you wanted to hit, 30K revenue. You hit 30K cash. I think you did 50 rev, right?
Yeah.
So if we do the math, when you did like let's say you did 50K rev and you were charging 3.5, you sold like 14 guys basically, instead of 60. And it was just such an easier way to scale up just by switching that price point over to just charging more high ticket. It's a little nuances like that that you don't think about it. Oh, it's like you think it's all about the lead gen, but if we didn't fix the pricing, then no matter how good our lead gen was, it would have been infinitely harder to scale because you were charging that little.
Having that many clients, like 60 clients, seems so fucking crazy because that's a lot of
The
fucking clients.
fulfillment
I
must
can't
be
lie. And managing
crazy.
all them would be damn near impossible. So,
Yeah,
I mean, if you charge high, it just makes more sense. If you charge a lot, work with less guys, one, you get your guys better results because you can give them more time. Two, you have more time to do, the things that you need to do to keep scaling or, have some good free time because we're all doing this at the end of the day for, time, location, financial freedom, right? So we want to have all those things, but you can't do that if we have, 1,000 clients. Yeah.
exactly. It's funny, you make more by working less because of just changing the pricing, right? And for a lot
Yeah.
of guys that are stuck at the 5 to 10K mark, what is like one piece of advice you'd give them to kind of get them to scale up to like 30K per month and beyond? Because obviously you're transitioning and everything. What's a piece of advice that you give them?
Scale up. I would say work really fucking hard, but know what you're doing when you're working really hard, because then you're just wasting a lot of time. The second thing I'll say is invest in saving your time. For me, that would literally be investing into like Suway, literally, just because I could have gone here on my own, but it would have taken maybe, honestly, like 3 or 4 years,
Yeah.
to be completely honest. But what I did was I just saved myself like 3 years of time with, a couple $1,000 just because I invested.
Yeah.
So now in 3 years, I'll probably be at, $500,000 months. in a couple 3 years, that's a long ass time. So 501 million months, just because I saved a little bit of time
Yeah,
in the beginning.
facts, facts. And in terms of like your future plan and everything, what's next for you? You're obviously we're skimming up this new offer and everything, kind of run them through it, and what's your next plan to scale up and everything?
So right now, this month we just we launched a new offer, which is a consulting business as well. So now I'm a mini Sue, but so now we're helping fitness coaches scale up to make their first 10K. Um, and longer term vision is we want to build it to a agency level,
Mm,
where I can sort of step away. I would charge super high ticket for just a one on one with me. As of right now, it's not super crazy expensive, but you guys can still work with me one on one right now. But future, I want to get to an agency level. Want to hit January. I want to hit $50,000 by the end of the year of 2025. I want to hit my first $150,000 month. And honestly, just keep scaling. Till my heart stops beating.
mm. So deep, bro. So deep. And for anyone that's kind of watching, they've been watching the YouTube, they've been watching my channel for a while, and they're kind of just on the fence. They're like right there, they don't know if they should work with me or not. What would you say to someone that's just kind of on the fence and just thinking about joining the program, but they haven't pulled the trigger just yet?
Honestly, if they haven't pulled the trigger, remember I was in the same exact situation. Like when Sue first came to me, I knew I needed help, but I just didn't know what the hell I was getting myself
Yeah.
into. After I knew what it was that Sue was offering, I was all in. I had no funds. I was all in. Right. So if you guys have the money and you guys aren't making the money that you want to make, honestly, you guys are stupid as hell. Like do you guys like money or no? That's the question at the end of the day. Like it's so straight up, like no bullshit. Like, do you guys like to make money or no? Because if you guys are on the fence, it just truly means you don't have what it takes. You don't believe that you can do it, right? But the thing is, there's guys like me who like I was literally a bum, a couple years back, $0 to my name, playing Call of Duty, DoorDash, and making $100 per week, spending it all, back on food and gas, everything like that. If you guys think you guys can make this happen, 100% take it, right? You guys have no risk, right? You guys are, I'm assuming, all on the younger side. We don't got, no 50-year-olds in here like that. We're all young, entrepreneurs trying to kill it. We have no risks, right? All we have is like lessons at the end of the day.
Uh,
If you come into it, and you hit $50,000 months, you're not gonna fucking regret it,
exactly.
right?
I love it. I love it. But yeah, that was the interview with Josh, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed. I hope you guys got a bit of value and everything. Josh, where can they find you? What's your username and everything?
Yeah. You can find me on Instagram, the Josh Chang. Same with YouTube, the Josh Chang. But yeah, that's where I'm at.
All right, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed this interview. It was a quick one. And yeah, if you guys have any questions at all, just feel free to leave them down below. With that being said, I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.